30. Devotional Thoughts for Women, written by Monica Diaz, read by Belinda Sainsbury. Good morning, dear friends. Today, April the 5th, our devotion is entitled, If They Call You a Fool, It Doesn't Matter. Every woman of honor will much rather choose to lose her prestige than to hurt her conscience. Michelle de Montagini. A farmer was in the fields with one of his herdsmen, whom he had asked for help in branding his cattle. Focused on their work, they inadvertently ended up where his neighbor's pasture began. The neighbor was also a farmer and raised cattle. The farmer knew perfectly well that any cattle in the field had to be branded with his neighbor's brand, so he turned to head back toward his farm. When he saw his herdsman headed with their own brand toward a cow he had just spotted in the field that didn't belong to him. "What are you doing?" he immediately asked. "Don't worry, boss. Nobody will know this cow is not yours," the worker replied. "Drop that iron and leave," the farmer commanded. On his way back home, his boss thought, "A man who robs for me will also rob me." And he was contented to have one less head of cattle, but have his honesty intact. For his part, the herdsman went home, thinking his boss was foolish. But seeming foolish is not the same as being foolish. To the eyes of those who observe and judge us, something we cannot avoid. Our image will be positive or negative, worthy of applause or mockery, depending on the way the other person thinks. But some things are not visible to the eyes, and they are essential. Just as every morning I have to look at myself in the mirror at home to make sure I look okay on the outside, every morning I need to look at myself in a different kind of mirror to make sure that everything is okay on the inside. The mirror is God's Word. If you listen to the Word but do not put it into practice, you are like people who look in a mirror and see themselves as they are. They take a good look at themselves and then go away at once. Forget what they look like. But if you look closely into the perfect law that sets people free and keep on paying attention to it and do not simply listen and then forget it, but put it into practice, you will be blessed by God in what you do. James 1:23-25. Do you want to be happy in what you do? Don't forget what you are. A woman who needs to look at gospel values every morning to live them out in her life. And if they call you foolish, it doesn't matter, because that night you will sleep with a conscience at peace. We are sure we have a clear conscience because we want to do the right thing at all times. Hebrews 13:18.